What's up guys, my name's Chronicles here on this Destiny 2 video, and oh boy I'm excited today because we have an insane, and I mean insane, faction token farm. This is amazing. It has 500 plus tokens per hour. It is ridiculous. A lot of people have been posting on it, but huge shout out to Error. Seems like he's one of the first guys to find this. There's other videos that have been telling you like 1,000 per hour. Those are just BS because this, I've done the math, it's not even close. Getting 500 per hour is pretty much the maximum you can do. Error did his test in 2 hours. He got about 1,000 of them, so if you guys are going to be doing this, it's about 500 per hour. As well as my test, I was able to get anywhere from 38 to 45 per hour, and if you do the math, like even the maximum, 45 times 12 is about 530, and that is really pushing it, and I was like really running for it. My phone was beeping after 5 minutes. I was like, I just gotta finish this run. I just gotta finish it. So if you did not know, this is actually going to be on Titan. What you have to do is actually just drop down on Titan on the rig section, follow this little area over here to the right, drop down, and then this is where you're going to be doing the thing. Some things I wanted to mention before we start this. There's a couple things that make this way easier. Firstly, the most required part is an explosive weapon. If you have an explosive hand cannon, explosive sky rifle, Nameless Midnight, there's also an explosive secondary you can have. If you have two explosive weapons, that makes it even easier, although sometimes I recommend going for speed otherwise. Other people have been using the, for example, the Mida multi-tool primary for that sky rifle, as well as the, I forget what it's called, it looks kind of like an Omnilon weapon with weird little slits in it, but there's also anything with basically explosive in the secondary. You can also do what I was doing with the Mida mini tool in my secondary, and then of course the Nameless Midnight in my primary, because that was the one I have like 3 of because I get them every single time. And all you have to do is use these weapons and it will make it a lot easier. Other than that, I recommend using a Warlock with Blink. Blink will save you a lot of time trying to get places. If you're not good with Blink, after an hour you will be good with Blink, because there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to be trying to jump and you're just stuck behind an object, and you'll start to realize how good Blink is. Other than that, there's not really that much more important. You don't have to use a Warlock, it's not that necessary. Just try to do an area of effect grenade and try to get the fastest possible thing you can on any of the other classes. So all you have to do is start from the starting area that I was telling you about before, go down this little hallway, slide under the thing, jump down this little ramp thing. This will be faster and faster every time you do it. At the bottom of this ramp, I was able to get like a nice little bounce that I blinked forward and got really fast and really good after a while. Once you get into this main area, what you're going to want to do is actually start shooting the hive supply caches. So there's going to be one in the middle section here almost every single time. They are kind of random. There's about 5 and 6 in this area. So what you want to do is shoot that first one, jump up on top of the containers. There's one over on the left sometimes. There's a lot in the middle you want to like kind of shoot a little bit, although it is a bit difficult because the ogre will kind of melt you down. There's one in the far back left area. You can kind of peek around or go through the middle section to see it. Once you hook around that section, then again there's going to be another shot at shooting the middle guys, so don't worry about that. And over on this little container over here from the middle, there's going to be one in the far back. I usually throw my vortex grenade at that one, and once you destroy that one, I think that's pretty much all the spots. If you got around 5 to 6 of them, you're pretty much good, and you should be able to kill yourself. If you can actually kill yourself on one of these supply caches, and it will respawn you. But where you die is extremely important, because you have to be in the most chaotic spot you possibly can. On top of things is usually a better spot, so try to stick off the floor if you're about to die. Make sure you get up on top of these containers, and usually this is the spot where that works best for me. If you die in this area, you'll spawn over in the X section that says like the rig in the bottom left. That basically respawns everything in the area once you've gotten out of the area, and allows you to go through the area without having to walk out and back in. You'll just literally spawn outside of the area and have to run back in. If you do end up dying in a spot that's not conducive to the strategy, you'll spawn in a slightly different location. Just turn around, run back all the way out until you see the rig in the bottom left corner, and once you do that, you'll be able to run back in and keep on doing it. There's never been a single problem other than that for this strategy. They always respawn, they always give you tokens, and it's freaking amazing. I know that Willis got 1,000, I know Error got like 1,000, so there's no cap on the amount of tokens you give. I do know that you can only level up your faction 30 times in a single faction rally, so you are limited in that sense. So if you guys have like run out of the thing where you can't actually spam the tokens on those guys, make sure you do end up going to a different guy and a different character, a different faction, to do some more of these things before times runs out. Nonetheless, I don't think I have to say it, but if I do, to get to 30 engrams on your faction, that's going to be 20 per engram, so 20 times 30 is going to be exactly how many you need to do to be able to get there, and that's 600. So if you get 600 tokens, that's going to max out your faction completely. So after that, I recommend switching to a different faction unless you want to just build up tokens for the next time they come around. Anyways, that's pretty much the strategy. To summarize, you go on the rig. Yeah, I recommend Blink. Having an explosive weapon is pretty much required. go to this little spot on the rig, go through this area, run down, destroy this black caches, figure out the fastest route for you. I recommend having a lightweight weapon like the Mida, or either Midas, to make it so you can run faster, and then the other one should be an explosive weapon. Again, there's a primary and secondary explosive weapons choices for you guys, so you should be able to find one no problem. And lastly, do not kill the ogre. It should be pretty difficult not to kill the it should be pretty difficult to kill the ogre, so just don't kill him, otherwise the lost sector will actually disappear for that week, I believe. So just don't kill him. It shouldn't be hard to not kill him. Other than that, this is a pretty straightforward farm that's really nice. It's really awesome. You should get around like 6 every time you come down here, and it's freaking amazing and awesome. And once you do it a few times, you'll get the hang of it. The only problem is if you have 2 people in the thing, it might get a little weird with the respawning of the things. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think it might be possible if somebody else is in your game, but they're outside on the rig area and they don't actually come in with you, it's very possible that they will also be getting those supply things, so getting those faction things. So it's possible you can actually farm while your other person just kind of AFK for a while, or perhaps they have to go into the area and follow you around and then not do anything, or perhaps if you go in with a buddy, you can actually just do it faster. Each person just takes half a room, and of course you die together and you respawn outside. It might make it even faster for you guys. Anyways, that's the video for you guys today. Again, thank you to Error for finding this. It's amazing. This farm is just, screw the other farm. It's like not even close compared to this farm. It's amazing and awesome, and I recommend doing it. Screw those daily challenges. Do this. This is the fastest way. Anyways, I've been your host, Iconic. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you leave a like down below, and of course, smash that subscribe button and that little bell next to the subscribe button. I've actually found it. I know the truth behind this little subscribe button. I found out exactly what it does, and here we go. I'm going to be telling you right